Today I'm going to share with you what I would take out with me if I was going for a morning or an afternoon's trail run. If I was going for the whole day, I'd probably take a larger pack. I've got this 10-litre pack here. It's quite loose at the moment. I've loosened all the adjustments. You do need to pack it first, fasten it on, and then do the final adjustments. So I'm going to talk you through all the items I have here in front of me and show you how I fit it into my 10-litre pack. Okay, so let me show you how I fit everything from here into here. So as I said, this is a 10-litre pack and I've loosened everything so it's at its loosest adjustment at the moment. This pack is quite similar to many others. There's a couple of zip pockets on the front, a couple of pouches, and when we turn it over there's a nice big compartment here on the back and another zip pocket. So we're going to get everything in there. Okay. So the first thing that goes into my vest is my hiking sit pad. Now I don't take this primarily to sit on, although I do use it for that. I take it to provide a really nice barrier between my back and the stuff, all the stuff that I'm going to shove into this vest now. So what I do is, if I turn it over, you'll be able to see, it goes into the big compartment, hardly weighs anything. I just push it down into there, and that's the bit that's going to be against my back. So it just provides a really comfortable cushion and stops my back getting so wet. So that's the first thing I put in. So we're going to concentrate on this compartment first. Then I have a dry bag. I always put all my stuff into a dry bag. This won't keep all your gear dry when it starts to tip down. So you want a dry bag that's about the same length as the compartment on the back of your vest. And then just push it in down to the bottom, making sure I've left that obviously against my back, leaving the top open because that's where everything's going to go. So I'm not super careful to put everything in the order I think I might need them, because to be honest, with trail running just for 2 or 3 hours, most of the stuff I'm taking with me is just in case stuff. It's not stuff I'm going to particularly, I hope I'm not going to use. So, and this, it's so easy because this is such a small compartment. It's not like having a 65-litre backpack with you. You can just pull this out and then all your stuff is inside it. So it's quite easy to access. So I don't worry too much about order of putting things in. So let's put the pack in. So let's go. I have, then look how small this is. I have this emergency sleeping bag, which is like a foil survival blanket really. I take that in case for some reason I get injured and I can't move on and I'm waiting for help to come. So I take that so I can keep warm. Goes to the bottom. First aid kit can go in as well, just a basic one. Take a head torch in case my day goes on a much longer than I'm expecting to and it gets dark, and this will help me get back to my car. So you just need to wiggle these around a bit till you think you've packed it the best you can. So that's nice at the bottom there. I take a hat, which I'm definitely hoping not to wear today because it's such a lovely day, but you know, these are great if you do happen to be stationary for a while. Same reason I take the buff, and same reason I'm going to take this light pair of gloves today. Got a waterproof jacket. Even though it's lovely now, you just never know. So, got a little bit more space in here, but we're getting quite full. So let's see what we have next. Okay, so I take a compass, although today I'm going somewhere I know really well, so I'm not taking a map. If I was going somewhere less familiar, I definitely would. But I will always take my compass, and I'll probably put it in here. I take a whistle. Now these backpacks tend to come with a whistle already attached, but I find them quite weak. So this one gives a real good whistle, so that's going in. I'll probably put that into the front so it doesn't get lost in the general bit of the backpack. So I'll just roll that up and that can go into one of these front pockets. Okay, what do we have next? So some of these are nice to haves now. I have my mini tripod here, which is for my phone, so it just goes into the bottom there, and you've got, if you just want a easy light thing to take with you, Then you've got that. It's not really very strong at the moment, but you've got that. Make yourself a tripod, take some pics. So that I'll pop in there. Some tissue, again, don't want that to get wet, so that's in a bag, a Ziploc bag. Some drink. Now, you can take, obviously you've got 2 pouches for more drink, but for today I'm only going to need the 1, so and wiggle that down. Okay, tighten that up a bit. Right, so that's how we got so far. Always take my phone, which I put in this pocket. Oh yes, and that has to go, definitely goes in the dry bag as well. Not a dry bag, just a little plastic bag. My phone is probably the only thing I'll put in there, so zip that one up. I think we're ready to zip this one up as well at the moment. So that's how it's looking currently. So this is just my headband, and I'm going to wear this, so I'm not going to put that in. What do we have left here? Okay, I have a power bank, credit card, spare battery for my GoPro, and my car keys. Again, they will go in a plastic bag. And then these I put into this pocket here at the bottom. You might need a little wiggle around to get these in, but it will go. There we are. That's those in there. And then finally, obviously not many people will do this. Finally, this is my GoPro tripod. I'm filming with my GoPro now, so it's obviously not on the top here, but I find this tripod, because it's got the gap here, it's really quite good to slide down into that pocket, and that's how it looks. So what I do now is, once I'm sure that everything's in there, I just fold over the top and push that down into there. And then I'll tighten this up. Sometimes on the back here, I'll sort of slide a fleece down there, again in a dry bag, but I'm not going to need one today. Now you've probably noticed that I haven't got any food in here. The amount I take will obviously depend on the number of hours I'm expecting to be out. And today, what I'm going to take with me is I'm going to take, these are the mini bars. I'll just take a couple of these, shove them in the pockets. I like these are walnut cookies. Really, they're just little balls of sugar, to be honest. So let me show you what these are like. I've got these from an Asian shop, Asian supermarket. They're just really light and small. When you're flagging a bit, they just give you a real nice boost. And another thing I often take, again, these are from the Asian shop. These are little sort of sweets, little like jellies filled with peanut butter. And they're just so easy to take because they're pre-wrapped. You can buy a big bag of these from an Asian supermarket. So I'll take a couple of those. So that would be it. Time for the fitting. So, put that on. So these are quite loose at the moment, like I say. Phone's needs wiggling around a bit. Everything feels good. So just make sure you're okay. And then, on this particular backpack, there are these 2 cords here. And if you pull those down, it cinches it in nicely against your back. And then when you're running along, it doesn't move. Do you know what I find trail running really good for? Which is what I'm going to do today. You can go really slowly, You can stop whenever you like, take pictures. There's no, even though I'll take my watch, that's just to see the distance. I'm not going to be in the least bit interested in timing and pacing. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to seek out a couple of wild camping spots. So glad I came here. It's so pretty and so quiet. Look at these firs, like giant Christmas trees. Look at this one. Just sort of walking to do a bit of a warm-up, and then I'm going to head over to somewhere I think I might be able to wild camp when we can again. Okay, let's go. Oh, so nice to be out. So I was saying earlier how I think trail running is a really great way to get out and recce some wild camping spots. It just means you can cover quite an area in a short period of time, and you've got this light vest on, so you know it's quite easy to move around. But of course you don't have to run, you can walk, you can wear the vest, the lightweight vest, and walk, or you can take your rucksack with you. But I like trail running, so it makes it it's a good idea for me to combine the two. So yes, I'm out here and I want to show you what I found. I found a couple of spots that I'm really quite happy with. So let me show you the first one. First one is inside those woods there, because there's quite a lot of things I can tuck myself behind. The trees are quite spaced apart, so I can manage to get myself in an area where there's not massive branches right over my head. So that's going to be a really nice spot, and it's right on the edge of nothing really. It's brilliant. And then the other one, which is probably my favourite spot, let me take you over here. Okay, and this is why I like it so much. You'll see in a minute as I get closer. Another reason the woods is so good as well is we've got this, hey, my favourite again. What do I always love? I love a water source, so I don't have to carry lots of water with me. So we've got a great water source here, flowing nicely, so that's great. And let me show you, this is where I was thinking of. Nice flat spot where I'm going to get the lovely sounds of the water when I'm in my tent. So here, thinking of here. And if I take you up to the edge, it'd be so lovely to listen to that. Gorgeous. It's very clear, the water as well, so it'd be great. With my water filter, it will be great. So yeah, those are the woods. Fabulous spot. So excited now. It's quite open around here, as you can see, so I'm definitely going to choose, look at the weather carefully. Looks like feet wet again. I can either get wet feet or go on a big detour, so looks like wet feet it is.